Well, training in zero gravity, we had 2 weeks of rehearsal and just in harness. So you have to know how to move gracefully, through the ISS. And we had Scott Kelly, an astronaut, lived in space, and he was able to tell us, and give us this experience. So that was amazing. And working with Noomi is a force. She's a force of an actress. She's brilliant, she's graceful. And a lot of us talk about her willingness to be a hard worker, but not her sensitivity. And I'm recalling a scene that we did to not give anything away, where she's in the cupola and she crashes into that, and it's just me and her. And I'm trying to figure out what is going on. And her presence and just being in the scene is a dream for any actor to play. And so many people are gonna see her work uncovered in this, which is amazing.
Okay, so the first part of your question, I read the script kind of like the audience, or maybe like some of the audience will see the show, which is I read it in one hit. I did all 8 episodes in a day, and I hadn't intended to. I was going to read it in chunks, but I couldn't stop, which is a very, very good sign. The fact that I had, my wife asked me, well, what's the show about? And I struggled because it's so unique. Mm-hmm. I couldn't really explain it. It doesn't adhere to any one genre. It's a completely wild ride. You think it's a sci-fi initially, and it is, but then it becomes maybe a thriller or a family drama or whatever. And that plus the fact that Noomi was attached, and she's a brilliant actress, and the fact that Michelle McLaren was directing it, and Joseph Cedar and Oliver Hirschbiegel, who are 3 of the best directors that I've ever worked with. There was no part of it that was anything but a resounding yes. This is the kind of project that actors really are looking for. Something that is unique. And in terms of the humor, Noomi is very funny off camera. In fairness, I'm right now struggling to remember a sort of proper laugh out loud moment, because for anyone who's seen the show, you'll appreciate that Noomi had to go to places that were really very intense, and no actor wants to be in that intensity and suddenly break out of it and do a bit. You know what I mean? Like you need to stay there until the scene is done. And in her case, that took 8 months. So, she's great value and great fun off camera, but she is the most committed actress I've ever worked with when it comes to the on-camera work.
No.
Do you know what? When I first read the script, I don't think that was the end of the show. I think there was a different ending, and Peter did this incredible thing about 3 weeks before we started shooting. He decided to take a little pass and add depth to the characters and all the rest of it. And it seems impossible because the show is so complicated, but he almost completely rewrote all 8 episodes in about a week and a half. At which point that final shot came into it. Look, for me, we've all stayed at home over the last few years and watched a lot of television. I love shows that are open-ended at the end. I love it. But then, of course, there's the frustration of waiting to find out, well, when do I get the answer to that question?
Yeah, and I think, to keep it simple is there's more story to tell. This is just the first part. And I'm excited to see, everyone watch the show and come out in massive numbers and really enjoy the show so that hopefully we can continue to tell the story.